Hello, my friends. I'm visiting some friends today, actually, many of them. I'm going to introduce to you only three of them and share with you some important keys for my life that I have learned from them. And hopefully, they will also be helpful to you. The first friend is Miss Susan, 96 years old. Hi, Susan. Okay. When Susan had her 96th birthday, though in wheelchair, her mind was very sharp and clear. People asked her a question, Susan, in your rich experience, would you like to share something with us? She thought for a while, then looked at those around her. Most were young or much younger than her, and said to them, I've lived nearly a century and experienced many things in life. Now I looked back. I see that there were only a few things that were truly important. Most things passed, just like wind. But I have wasted my precious time for them. I got into quarrels, I got angry, I made negative comments, I spent my time in grudge and resentment, etc., for lots of nonsense. Ultimately speaking, it's because I did not pay attention to the temptation against my ego. I let my ego inflate, which took away my peace, my joy, my time and my energy, my health and my peace. I wish I could take back what I've lost. For example, my best friend. People asked Susan what she meant by that. She continued, that year, I held a Thanksgiving dinner and invited my friend to celebrate with me. Instead of having a great time, for some reason, we got into a quarrel for nonsense. Finally, unable to put up with me anymore, she left. Later, when I looked back, it was me who was so stubborn. I focused only on my needs. On the way home, my friend got into an accident and Susan burst into tears. She said, if only I hadn't been stubborn that day, my friend would have been alive. Someone embraced her and tapped gently on her right shoulder to comfort her. After a while of being emotion, Susan put herself together, wiped her tears, looked at people around her, and said, but there is something more important that I want to tell you. That is, the past is past. No matter how bad it might be, it has passed. Let the past be the past. Not letting go of the past is building a prison for yourself and others, deceased or living. What I am having right now is precious and worth my energy because I only have so much time left on earth. If I let the negative past obsess me, I'm wasting the grace God gives me in the present. Susan smiled gently, saying, if we observe life carefully, we will see that failure of the past is actually a source for wisdom. My friends, I will learn wisdom from my past so I can live meaningful before God calls me home. At this very moment, I would like to tell you that I love you and I'm grateful to you. So, brothers and sisters, what Susan just shared makes a lot of sense. The past is past. Do not hold it anymore, lest we lose our living time. The right way to use the past is to consider it as a treasure for our experience, so we can draw out some knowledge and wisdom that helps us live our present time more meaningfully and beautifully. Now, my friends, I would like to introduce you to my second friend, Tommy, 32 years old. Hey, hi Tommy, how are you? Good to see you. When Tommy was 20, he lived with other classmates in the dorm. When he first entered into college, he wanted to become a great lawyer. One Saturday evening, a friend asked him to go to the bar to have a drink. That's a normal thing to do. At first, he was reluctant because he didn't like alcohol that much. But he made a compromise and went. He said to himself that he would just have one beer and then went home to study for the exam on the following Monday. Now, the bar was very exciting that night. People cheered out loud. When Tommy finished his beer, his friend offered him another and insisted that he drink that for the sake of the cheerful atmosphere. In addition, it was said to be normal for a young man to get a little bit drunk to be cool. Out of respect for his friend, Tommy drank another beer, then another, then another. After that day, people saw Tommy go to the bar more often. Then he invited other friends to go there with him. Some accepted his invitation, some didn't, and that made him upset. Time flew quickly. Tommy graduated, though the scores were not as high as he had wanted at the beginning of college. Then he went on with his life to look for a job. It was difficult for him to find one because of his degree, but finally he got some luck and he found a decent job. The issue here is that his colleagues didn't enjoy working with him because his breath often smelled alcohol. One Friday evening, after work, Tommy asked a friend to go out to a bar, as usual, for a drink. He got a little drunk, they got a little drunk, and he ran his car into an electric pole on the road. His friend died right away. Tommy survived, but not long after that, he was found with liver cancer, mainly because of his drinking. My friends, when you listen to Tommy's story, what was going through your mind? For me, I learned a lesson from it. That is, little things, small things in our daily life can lead to big outcomes, which can affect not only our life, but the life of others. Now, I would like to introduce to you my friend, third friend, Joseph, 8 years old. Oh, hi Joseph. Okay. Joseph was quite intelligent, that his parents were very proud of him. Since they grew up in poverty and did not receive a decent education, they made all efforts to send their son to a famous school with hope he would have a bright future. Joseph grew up normally and did very well in school. His parents were very proud of him. People were glad to see them happy. One day his parents received an unexpected phone call from his teacher at work. Joseph passed out and was admitted to the emergency room. From then on, no one saw Joseph go to school anymore. From the life of Joseph, I've learned a lesson for me about time. Time is a precious thing because once it's past, we cannot take it back. In reality, each of us have only a limited period of time here on earth. Whether it is long or short, we don't know for sure. Surprises happen quite often, don't they? When one thinks one has lots of time, that may be the end of it. Well, we all have plans for the future, but all we really have is today. Actually, today is still very long. What we truly have is this very moment, the moment I'm sharing this reflection with you. We don't know for sure what will happen next. One of the most common but dangerous temptations is the thought that I still have plenty of time in this world because I'm still young and healthy and robust. Why is this temptation dangerous and harmful, my friends? Because it makes us live in an untruth, in an illusion. Our time on earth is limited. So we have to use it the best we can for things most meaningful, beautiful, and precious before we run out of time. Dear brothers and sisters, you heard me greet Susan, Tommy, and Joseph at the beginning, but you did not hear them greet me back, right? Well, because they are far away. Their bodies were laid here, right there. But their souls are in a peaceful place or state of being now. Hopefully, the happiness is fully achieved. Let's thank them for the lessons we learn from their lives, because they are important keys for us to live our present moments more meaningfully and beautifully. And thank you, brothers and sisters, for visiting them with me and learn with me some key lessons for our lives. May the time we still have with others, especially with people living with us right now, our loved ones, be filled with peace, joy, and meaning and harmony, so that when our time comes to an end, when we need to say goodbye to this world, we will be happy to meet our wonderful, loving God. And now I will show you where they lie now. Okay, before we say goodbye. You see that? That's where they are now. Okay, so my friends, thanks again, and enjoy the present time that you have now of your life, and God bless you.